Okay, we should be connected. Yep, there we go. We are live. Cool. So, yeah, doing another live stream. I know I did one not too long ago, but I had time to do one, so here we are. So I don't know if I showed this one yet. I think I put it in a video. This one we're not fixing today. I just giving time for people to connect and watch, so I wanted to just show this thing while we wait. But yeah, here we go. This one I got. It was a local one, if I remember right. This was a mail-in. I got this one as a mail-in. I've already robbed a part off of it, and it was. I just didn't fix it. I sent him a new one instead. Because look at this. Look at what has been done to this poor cluster. He took this to a professional, and this is how he got it back. So every single pad is missing except for these four. Other than that, all the pads are missing. Um, and they just epoxied the back together. It's not epoxy, it's RTV. I can't remember. I know I recorded a bit on this, but I don't think I showed it in a video. So I just wanted to show this while we were waiting for people to connect. So yeah, this one, God, this was a professional did it. Um, you can still find the guy that did this too on Facebook. It was like Mr. Gadget Repair or something, but he's only got one post to his page. The reason why the customer sent this to me is odometer zero. So well, some of the gauges weren't working for obvious reasons. I mean, this jumper broke free. But yeah, so some of the gauges weren't working, and it had odometer zero when he got it back from the other professional. So it has two transceivers on it for some reason. The guy took the EEPROM off and put a transceiver in its place for some reason. So yeah, he got it back. The guy didn't charge him any money for what he did to this board. Luckily, he the guy took it, did the work to it, broke it worse, gave it back to him, and said no charge. So at least he didn't charge him money for breaking his board, but still a kind of shitty deal. So yeah, I gave him a different board. I did not fix this one because it's also a 2005 and his truck was a 2003. So I hooked him up with a 2003 instrument cluster. But now we got some people watching, so I will get started with some of these clusters. I had a viewer send me a box of four clusters. He's a kind of a do-it-yourselfer, learning how to do these, trying to do some as a little side business. So, but we're gonna be nice to and fair on all of this because he's learning and he's trying to be better. So we're not gonna look at this and be like super mean because it's like you might go in here and to you it might be a simple repair, but to somebody learning it's not. Like a lot of this stuff I'll see and I'll be like, oh my god, this is so easy. What's wrong with you? But if somebody's actively trying to learn, we're not going to judge them. All right. So that's how this is going to go. We're not going to judge what's going on in any of these. We're just going to go in. We're going to fix them. And we're going to teach how to do these repairs because these are four clusters that he got. I'm not sure exactly where he got them from, but just four clusters he has that he wasn't able to fix. So we're going to take some time and fix some of these. So first thing, just to point out, is you don't want to get anything on these windows here. So when you get these clusters back from me, you're gonna have to put new inlays on there because that's gonna leave a mark, the adhesive on there. So this one says that it has a lifted pad that needs a jumper on it, and he doesn't know how to run a jumper. So let's get this thing apart and take a look, see what exactly is going on. I have not taken this apart yet. I haven't looked at it before doing the video. So, yeah, let's get in this and see exactly what we got going on. Okay, so obviously it needs a little more work to be like a fully done cluster, but I think it just needed help with the dead pixel. Um, okay, I can see where at least one jumper may have been run or two. So, yeah. All right. let's take a look and see. So, I can see where a hot air station's been used on the driver IC also. Okay, let's power it up and see what is going on. So definitely, again, this is just teaching, this isn't judging. Let's zoom in a little bit here. Hopefully the camera will capture it. You can see, got a little bit of bubbling on the silk screen, I guess. That's not the word I'm looking for. Solder mask. On the solder mask. Some of the solder mask is bubbling up off of there. I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but cause of that is either too high of a temperature or heating it up too fast. So that's why I always try to use, like, when I'm doing these ICs, when I change these guys out, I always use the bottom heat to slowly bring it up to temperature and then do the work. You're less likely to get microfractures and warping in the board when you slowly bring it up to temperature, and it's also less likely to bubble like that. So people call it bubbling or popcorning the board when you get it too hot and it starts to do that. So that doesn't break it normally. That shouldn't be a problem. It's just technique-wise, try to start with a little bit of a lower temperature, work your way up, or something of that nature, so that way you don't do that. Okay, so we're going to power this thing up and see what exactly is going on here. See what pixel's dead and how dead is it. This whole thing, it's just my connector there. Okay, yeah, 2 dead pixels there. Okay, let's take a look. A lot of times a dead pixel is actually coming from the driver here, but let's take a look at these because we know we have some jumpers there. And yes, those are right around. Oh, we have a lot of damage to it. This could be from here where it needs the jumpers, because I don't know if it's coming across on the camera there. I'll have y'all zoomed in still. Let me zoom y'all back out. So, yeah. Let's get the microscope out and take a look at this under the microscope. Alright. Bring this out. I got my hot air station in the way. I gotta move this new hot air station I got. It is in the way of the microscope. So, move that, put those bulbs away. Alright. Alright. Microscope. Power it up first, and then I'll move the HDMI cable over. Alright, this is the 12 volts for that. Alright, where's the 5 volts? 5 volts for the camera. Alright, camera's powered up. Switch y'all over. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can see it. Hopefully. There we go. Get in focus here. Where am I? There I am. So, this looks like this could be the cause of our problems here. I wonder what caused that. I wonder how that happened. I'm not seeing a cut in it. Alright. We also have some right here that might be cut. It's hard to tell. I don't see for sure. I hope I don't have to take this whole thing off. These are not fun to take off and put back on the whole odometer screen. Alright, let's flip it back over and take a look at the back side here. Hopefully it's just these that need a jumper done up. Alright, so, oh yeah, I can see that trace is not even connected, so that'll be an easy one. Looks like tried to run a jumper to the test point, but the test point's not actually where the trace is, so that's one of them. Is that other one supposed to go to ground? I don't know off the top of my head. Let me look at the other board. Alright, which one is that? Because that does not look like it's supposed to go there. Alright, sorry. So this one here is in the middle. Where is that on this other board? Yeah, that's not supposed to go to ground, so we can take that off. So that'll be the first one we do. Let's take that off of ground. We'll use the bigger soldering iron for that. But yeah, hey everybody, Thanksgiving's tomorrow, so definitely let me know what y'all are gonna do for Thanksgiving. I'm staying home and smoking a turkey, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm waiting on the soldering iron. There we go. Let's heat it up. Let's get this off of here. Where's some tweezers? Here we go. A bit of flux. Okay. Forgot to turn on the fume extractor. Ooh. Oh, that was rough. You don't want to breathe in these fumes. They're nasty. Okay. And so we can take this off. We don't need that on there either. Because that is just a test point. It's not actually the trace that we need. So let's just go ahead and just take this off. And yes, I'm using my giant knife because the camera or microscope's in the way of getting the other one out. So let's take a look, see if we got any other traces. So we have one. It looks like just one trace that needs a jumper on this side. So we'll get that one. See if that's all we need for it. Let me change my tip out on here and put the J hook on instead of using that knife. So I'll use the Hakko instead of the JBC today. Oop, that was probably loud. Drop the, what do you call it? UV light that I use for solder mask. That's what that noise was. Alright, turn back on the station. Alright. And yep, we're heating up. Cool. Alright, so let's put this first jumper on here. Gonna need the razor blade. Where's the razor blade? There it is. Alright. Instead of running a jumper a half mile, we'll just take it right off this trace here. I wonder if this trace was intentionally cut so that way they're trying to make the odometer not work or something. Wonder how this got cut. Oh well, I'll have to ask him, see if he knows. Alright. Guess I would say that Wednesday night is not the best night for a live stream. Not a ton of people jumping in here tonight. Oh well. There will be the playback for whoever wants it, though. Always save these on YouTube. Alright. Okay. So, yep, that's good enough. 10 to it. Should not cause any problems. Let's see here. Give it some solder. I need to clean this tip. Alright. well, it's easier to talk to you guys when y'all talk. Put something in the comments here. So I like to go to the bends because you get a better connection. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to the bend instead. It's a little stronger there. Whenever you got these 45s, it always seems to be less likely to come up. So we're gonna go here instead, and then we'll put some solder mask down to hold it in place. That way we don't have to worry about it breaking in the future or lifting up later. Alright. Okay. Let's see if that's enough. Wrong soldering iron. There we go. This one's the right one. Alright. Yeah, there we go. That should do the trick. Let's get some jumper. Alright. We'll fix this one and see if we're getting in the right direction or what. Should at least be slightly better. It may not be perfect, but we're just fixing the one and see what else we get. Let's not bridge the two. Oh well, I'll fix that in a second. Let me get this down. Okay. And I am struggling tonight. Let me get the solder wick and wick up some of that. Struggling tonight. This is... I guess that's what happens when you work all day and then, well, work all night. I worked from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Took a little nap, and now here we are. Alright, there we go. Just trying to bring that around. Okay. And we will flow this down and trim it. Again, we're just fixing a broken odometer for anyone just joining us now. Did it again. This was a crap. Let me just pull this jumper off. This was a terrible jumper. Come on. Alright, let's try making another hook. Should come out better this time. Opened it up again. God. Let's rotate this where I can work it better. Y'all are really getting to watch me struggle with this one little jumper. So I get for doing it as a live stream instead of recording it, and I can edit out the 10 minutes of me fumbling around with making a hook with... Oh man. There we go. That should work. That's a nice little hook there. Trim down some of this excess too, make it a little easier to work with. If this doesn't work, I'll go with a thinner gauge wire. That should be perfect. Let's take a look under the microscope. Let's get it to where y'all can see. That's nice and centered. Y'all should be able to see it. Let me look on OBS, that way I can see if y'all can see it. Yep, y'all can see it. Okay, cool. Soldering iron. Okay. There we go. That should do the trick there. And not quite connected. We'll give it another little bit of flux and then flow it again. Alright. There we go. That's connected that time. Alright, let's flip it over. Switch. I'm just going to plug it in. Y'all aren't going to be able to see this test. I'll just test real quick and see if that made any difference, or if we are also dealing with a damaged driver here. So let's see. Alright. Nope, that was it. It's fixed. Okay, so that was easy enough. Let's switch back over to the other camera so that way you guys can see. Alright. Yeah, sorry, I don't have one of those fancy switches to switch between HDMI connections, so I have to unplug it and plug it back in. Alright. There we go. Let's power this up, and we'll call this one fixed, because I'm not doing full repairs for him, I'm just fixing these little requests that he had. So yeah, it was two issues here. One, the jumper was run to the test point and not the trace, and then the other dead pixel was caused by shorting one of them to ground. So the one that was jumpered right there to ground was killing the second pixel, and then the one that the trace was ripped on was killing the first pixel. So that one was easy enough. Yeah, it's just running a jumper. So takeaway from that is just make sure your jumpers you're running are going to the trace and not the pad. You know, just if you don't have any exposed trace, take a razor blade, scrape the trace, and do that. So let's grab another one out of the box. I'm gonna have to set down my headset to go grab it, and we'll go on to the next one. So we have 4 of them. I don't know how many of them I'm going to do tonight. So yep, that's this one. This one we'll call done. I'm gonna put it back in its housing. All right. Alright, let me go grab another one. Okay, this one, I don't know. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing here. So it says, this one I got has the glue all over it. Components, I believe, have power now. I have no power now. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we get in this one. This one should be interesting. I wonder if it's the same kind of glue all over the back of this one as the one I got recently. Alright. So what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving tomorrow? Come on, y'all gotta interact with me a little bit. Get in the live chat here. Makes the streams a lot more fun when you guys talk. I don't have to think about things to talk about, like how my manager at work told me to quit saying fuck all the time. Oh god, this one. What? What on earth? Okay. So yeah. Holy cow. Somebody has managed to remove most of the solder mask off of this one. What are they doing? He said he got this one like this. I don't know what's all over this one, but whatever they got all over it is just eating away at like everything. It's like corroding off the solder mask and just eating the legs of this chip. Holy crap. This looks like liquid damage to the chip. Oh, y'all can't see. Let me zoom y'all in. Alright. So, yeah, this... Let me switch to the other one. Alright, so yeah, this guy looks like liquid damage, almost. I mean, this whole thing... Yeah, this looks like this was just... Yeah, this isn't glue. This is liquid damage. This thing was definitely outdoors for a period of time. Okay, yeah, there is some glue on here. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that was glued down. But that appears to be liquid damage. I mean, maybe it was covering glue. Like this is very obvious. Yeah, because there's mud on it. This thing was like out in the mud. Yeah, okay. This one's a liquid damage board for sure. Oh, that's flux. Okay. This one will be fun. This one may not be worth the time to repair, because you're gonna have to, the screens are gonna have to come off if those ICs are no good. But we'll just try scrubbing some of the. No, this isn't. This just isn't worth the time to fix. I don't think it's got corrosion in between there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's probably fixable, but I don't know if I would bother myself. I mean, that's my opinion. We'll give it a shot though. We'll see what we can do. Let's just start with scrubbing off some of this corrosion. See if it magically comes to life. But all right, we're gonna, before we give any power to this, we're gonna clean off that driver IC. These things don't like any corrosion or flux or anything on them. They're pretty sensitive to that. So let's just give this a little scrub before we give it power. Just to possibly salvage that. You don't want to scrub the whole board when you have liquid damage though, because it's nice to still have that to look at. It helps you identify problem areas and stuff, and so like if you see a capacitor that's just like, like this capacitor is just covered in corrosion, it's probably no good. Probably have at least a lifted trace or two, or pad. Sorry, what am I trying to say? It's probably got some ripped traces on here by all this solder mask being missing around it. But yeah, we're gonna just see what happens if we clean this off just a hair and power it up at least. See if there's anything worth salvaging on here. This one, I've never got one that looked like this. This one's rough. This is a very rough board. This one looks like they went mudding with it. Maybe even floundering, just went underwater. Used the boat as a submarine, or the truck. Used the truck as a boat. Alright. What is going on there? Is that missing two legs? Looks like that's missing two legs. It is. Yeah. So yeah, somebody cut two of the legs off. It's just completely missing two. Can you short out at the lights, or did I break a wire? So if you short out, like I'm assuming you're talking about the backlights. If you short them out, they generally will blow out the via. Like if you short out one on this side, there's a via over here that likes to blow out. I think it's that via right there. Just loves to just blow up. There's also a via over here that likes to blow up when you short them. You'll see it. It'll be like brown with like smoke coming out of it. Well, not it. It'll smoke when it happens. Obviously, if this happened in the past, it's not. I'm assuming that's what you mean, Brian, but you can definitely clarify if I am not understanding the question. Okay, let's just give this thing power and see what happens. I don't have high hopes for this board. I'm thinking this one's gonna go into the you probably shouldn't even bother to fix it category. All right. See how much current this thing draws. Okay, well, yeah, this thing's got some like. Yeah. Well, we know this isn't going to work. Let's put a stepper motor on here and see if it's driving the stepper motors at all. Just grabbed a random X25 out of the pile of... Oh, it's warm over here. I felt heat. Where did I feel it? I don't know. Let's throw a stepper motor on, see if it's driving the stepper motors. The LED drivers are working. We know this isn't going to work because it's missing 2 legs, so screen's not working. But if the microcontroller's working, there might be something worth salvaging on here. Alright, let's just throw one on and see what happens. I don't think this board's worth saving, though, myself. Alright, this thing's so corroded. This was definitely liquid damage on here. Alright. Let's see if it's driving stepper motors at all. Yeah, it's driving the stepper motors, so this thing really just has dead screens, plural. They're both dead. Because it's driving the stepper motors, the LEDs are working. Unfortunately, I have to take this screen off to get to its driver, but let's see. I got a parts board. I can salvage one of these off of. I guess I can do this. Yeah, might as well. I got you guys on here, right? Might as well try to fix it. Why do I do this to myself? This repair's just torture. I shouldn't do this to myself, but I'm going to. We're gonna see if we can get this screen to work on that one. If we get it to work, then we'll move on to fixing the park reverse neutral. The park reverse neutral is covered in mud. I can see mud all over the driver for it, so that driver is probably dead. But yeah, if we can fix this driver, it means they have communication, and so it might be worth fixing, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't sell this one to a customer, but I'll fix it for the challenge. I've only been repairing clusters for like 4 years, to be honest. I'm relatively new to the game. I like doing it. I love doing it. It's so much fun, in my opinion. It's fun to save people some money, because if they go to a dealership, this is expensive, and I'm cheaper than most people to do this. God, this board's so bad. This one makes me cringe every time I look at it. So we're gonna steal the VFD driver off of it and see what we can do. Yeah, I wish I had 15 years experience doing this. I wish I'd learned long ago what these are doing. Before I did instrument clusters, I did amplifiers, but I hate doing amplifiers now. And it's not the amplifiers that are the problem; it's the customers. I just, you fix the amplifier for them, and you set their gain, because I mean that's how they killed it, was they set their gain too high. So you set their gain for it, and then they drive off, and two days later they turn up the Mobase knob and kill the amplifier again, because they clipped the hell out of it. So, and then they're like, "Oh, it's your fault. It's broken. Fix it for me." It's like, no, well, I'll fix it for you, but you got to pay for it again. Because I mean, I can't warranty stupid. Like, you're just stupid. There's nothing I can do about that. There we go. Alright, we'll take this VFD driver off of here. Alright. I keep a bin of all of the X25s, X27s, and the black stepper motors. Um, it's more about a tradition now. I've just always kept them for when, like, friends and stuff insist on, like, a free repair. They're like, come on, man, we're friends. Um, but I've ended up where I'm getting like piles of hundreds of these things. So I've recently I'm guilty. All right, I took a pile of 60 of them and put them on eBay for like, how that was hot. For like $40 to get rid of them because they're all good motors. I can't bring myself to throw them away. I would never use them myself. Like I refuse to reuse stepper motors at all. Like I never will reuse a stepper motor, even if it's an X27. I won't reuse it. If it comes to me, I replace them because they're cheap enough. I mean, it's $1.55 each stepper motor. Replace them all every time. But I couldn't bring myself to throw them away. I couldn't bring myself to give them away, so I sold them for $40. Eh, God, that's so. I love this new hot air station. It's so great, but that long beep is just kind of obnoxious. All right, let's get some flux and get some. All right, then we need to get some fume extraction. Oh, the hose came out. There we go. Let's see, how much battery is left on the camera? 81%. We're good to go. Alright. Hot air and tweezers. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people screw them up fixing them themselves. And I find those repairs a lot more fun. Like stuff like this where it's like I've never got something like this. This thing's a mess. I'm on the wrong channel here. Let's go to channel 1. Alright. Sorry, when I said wrong channel, I was talking about my hot air station. I know y'all couldn't see me changing it. Yeah, I was running at 350. I'd have been here all day. This is going to take a while because I got the smaller tip on here. I should bring out the bottom heater. Come off so much faster. Does the light flickering come across the camera? I was curious if the camera catches it. This new hot air station is a lot more powerful than my old one, and it actually makes the lights flicker out here in the office because my office is detached from the house, and it probably needs a thicker gauge wire for the power out here. But I'm sure they did not do it to code. Well, I know they didn't do it to code because this office is listed as a shed on the property appraiser's site. So there's no way they did it because to be listed as a shed, it can't have power here in Florida. So if it has power, it's an accessory building, and it's not listed as an accessory building. All right. There we go. We had it. It moved. And then it soldered itself back down. Flip over so you don't get stuck. There we go. That shouldn't get stuck. Alright. So, there is our one we salvaged. Alright, let's get the one off of here. Alright, I'm actually going to use the bottom heater on this one since I'm trying to salvage this board. Alright. I know the bottom heater's excessive. I don't need it for this, but I'm going to use it anyways. Yeah, there's definitely two missing legs on this. Yeah, there's a leg missing there and a leg missing there. I can't tell if it's corrosion or if somebody cut it. I think it's actually corrosion. So yeah, let's get this one off of here. And okay, yeah. Always can never remember the orientation of these, so I'm trying to look at it so I don't forget it. So the one with the dot in it, which makes sure, because some of these are different looking. Yep, the one with the dot in it goes there. Alright, cool. Don't forget that. Why do people put the black stepper motors in? I have no idea why people buy the black stepper motors. Because X27s are cheaper. Now, I do know some technicians just absolutely insist that the black stepper motors are better. I don't have any experience with them. I don't buy them. I don't use them. So I don't know that they're better, but some technicians do insist that the black stepper motor's better. I used to be under the impression that they were worse, but they are better. Kenny, I see you're in here. I see you in the chat. Did you see? Oh, I haven't done the video yet. Spoiler. I did a video on the 99 to 02s. I got my one that I talked to you about from eBay. But yeah, I always use the X27s also. I'm with you. I'd never use the black ones, so I really don't have much experience with them. But sorry, I'm distracted. So I did a video on these, and if everyone else isn't going to know, but Kenny knows. I did one of these for him recently, and it got busted in the mail. Just the back white piece. If you watch the video that I'm going to upload probably tomorrow, I'm either going to upload it tomorrow or Friday on these. It shows you how to take it apart and get the back off, so you'll be able to do that yourself. You won't have to mail it in if you don't want to. But yeah, let's get this guy off of here. All right, get the bottom heater going. All right, so that's warming it up. Hopefully, if the stream dies on us, it's because I flipped the breaker out here. I have not used my bottom preheater here with my new hot air station at the same time. I don't know if it's enough to flip the breaker out here, so yeah, if the video goes dead for some reason, I flipped the breaker. So hopefully that doesn't happen. And it shouldn't go dead immediately because my computer is actually on an up, so we'd probably be fine. I'll just have to go run and turn back on the breaker before the ups die. So it shouldn't go dead. It'll just go dark. All the lights will go out. Alright, is this thing running? Yeah, it's running. Cool. It's already getting hot out here in the office. I'm going to go open the door and let some cool air in. One sec. Yeah, so that video, I'll probably upload it tomorrow, but it is Thanksgiving. I may totally forget to upload it. So if I forget to upload it, it'll be on Friday that it goes up. Just because spend time with the family on Thanksgiving. But, yeah. Alright, let's get this off of here. So yeah, this one's missing 2 legs, so we'll get it off, get the new one on, see if that fixes this screen, and if it does, we'll figure out what's going on with that screen. Okay, so we haven't flipped the breaker yet. Alright. And this new hot air station is just, it's so much quieter than the old one. I know y'all have to hear the fume extractor, but I can't even hear this thing over the fume extractor. It's so much better than my old one. If you haven't watched the video on it, it's my most recent video. It's on this new hot air station, so I highly recommend it. You don't have to buy. I have a link to Banggood to buy it, but don't feel any pressure to go. If you like AliExpress, go with AliExpress. It's a little bit cheaper there. I just did Banggood because they have the affiliate program and they take PayPal. And so I like using PayPal when I order stuff from China, because then I can do a chargeback if it doesn't work. You know, PayPal's just a little bit easier to do chargebacks and stuff with, so I like to use it. And so that's why I generally buy from Banggood with PayPal, because I can do that. I cannot do that with AliExpress. AliExpress does not take PayPal. And I'm sure that's why they don't take it, is because people file chargebacks. I mean, people do fraudulently do chargebacks all the time, so, like, I get why they'd be skeptical about it. This thing's just so corroded, it doesn't want to let go here, because I can tell it should be hot enough by now. Give it some more flux. Worried about this corrosion taking some of the pads with it. Okay, we're definitely loose on that side. Definitely loose there. Here is where we're not letting go. It's covered in glue. There was that glue, the same glue that's on everything else. Alright, so let's clean this thing up, so we'll cool that off. Clean this thing up before we put the new one on. Let's see here. We'll put the knife tip back on here. Is this hot still? No. Cool. I like using the knife tip for doing this stuff. Alright. Alright. We are going to clean up these pads on here, and then we'll put the new one on and see if it fixes this, because, you know, if this doesn't fix it, I don't know what will. Liquid damage is always tricky. Alright. I don't have a beer tonight for the stream, but I got Whataburger. So, if y'all don't have those where you're from, you're missing out. Did I turn this thing on? I don't think I turned it on. Oh, air, it's not in all the way. Oh, come on. Is that one bad? I may have a bad tip here. There you go, that one's working. See, this one's corroded here, so we'll see if that'll... Let's first just try to get that to flow before we... Alright, let's clean up the old leaded solder. You know, the channel is super close to getting monetized. I'm getting really excited about that. I'm like 826 subscribers. You need 1,000 to be monetized, and you need 4,000 hours of view. And I'm at 3,000, like 600 or 700 hours. So I'm super close on the view time hours, and just about there on the subscriber count. So I should get monetized here soon. So much corrosion there. By the way, this thing's not hot. I have it set to cool down right now, so that's why I'm not burning my hands, putting my hands all over this thing. All right, that should do it. Cool. Okay, clean it up with some of the defluxer, and then we can put the new one on. Alright. I'm just going to drag solder the new one on. I'm not going to bother using the hot air station. Alright. Let's clean this guy off. Let's turn off the other hot air station. I'm going to turn this off for a second. Alright. Scrub this. We have 2 more of these. One of them's going to be easy. I'll probably just do a video on the one because it's just to program it. I've been wanting to do a video on doing that programming though. So I'm sure most of y'all have seen my videos of programming the microcontrollers on these things, where just go in with Bootstrap Loader on there and get it done. So it's a known problem where if you program the wrong flash onto these, so if you take like a 2002 and program it with the 2006 or 2007 flash, it won't work. It'll just kill the whole thing, because it's just different microcontrollers with a different flash for them. So if you do that, they won't work. So that's a known problem, and there used to be no fix for it because it would no longer respond to the Tech 2 or anything because it's brain dead now. But with the Bootstrap Loader, you can get in there and program it. So I've been looking forward to getting to do one of these repairs. I'd been asking a bunch of technicians, like, hey, do you have one of these boards like this where it's brain dead because of flashing it with a Tech 2? And I couldn't find anyone, but then just so happened to get in a box of 4 of these, one of them, that was what happened to it. So that's what they said happened to. They said sold the instrument cluster to, and the person had to take it to a dealership to get programmed, and then it was dead after the dealership programmed it, which tells me that it was a 2003, 2004 board getting flashed with the other one's stuff. I haven't opened it up yet. Could have been the other way around too. Alright. That looks pretty lined up. Let me just glance at it under the microscope real quick. Put the light on. I don't think it's worth showing y'all lining it up. I'm just gonna make sure it's lined up before I solder it by hand. Alright, that does look... Yep, that looks dead on. Cool. Move this out of the way and use the JBC this time. Alright. How long are we into the stream? What are we... Oh, where's the time? There should be a timer on here. Oh, there we go. 53 minutes in. That's not too bad. Alright. Yeah, if y'all didn't catch the beginning, when we're done, rewind and watch the whole thing, because these are all different clusters I'm doing. It's not just the one, so we're just going to tack it on one spot here, and then we'll put flux all over it. Oh, come on, don't move on me. We just want to put a big old blob and tack it there. Okay, cool. Did it move? Nope, doesn't look like it moved other than up and down, so... Cool, that should be good. That did move a little bit that time. No, I moved the whole thing. Now I gotta do it under a microscope for just a second. I hate when I do that. If you a tip. If you have shaky hands like I do, if you let me move the microscope out of the way so you can see. If you put them down on the desk while you're working, your hands shake less. And I wasn't doing that because I was working from down here. So my hand moved and I slid the whole chip. So when you're doing fine detail work like that, make sure you just kind of put your wrist down on the table. You can also use like little sandbags. I've seen other technicians do that where they'll put the little sandbags underneath there and uh, that'll help with it. Sorry, I was reading a comment there. Yeah, so if you have shaky hands, which I have shaky hands, you just make sure you have them resting on the desk, especially like those sandbags really help. I don't use them. I've been wanting to get some though, but I need to build a bigger workbench. I don't have room for that on this desk to really get the sandbags on there for it. I need my desk to be about 6 inches wider. I'm probably going to build a new workbench here in the next couple of months. Build it for Christmas for myself or something. And I'll go a whole foot or two bigger in depth here, and then I'm going to go at least another 3 feet longer. So that way I can fit everything on the workbench. But okay, let's get back to focusing on doing the repair. But yeah, just a little tip there, which see I've set it back down and I pushed it out so that way I can rest my hands while I'm doing this. So I gotta take the camera off the microscope to fit it underneath that camera. Alright, let's do this real quick. I just gotta line it up and then I'll let you guys watch again. Oop, hitting the thing. Yeah, I need to get one of those HDMI switches too, so that way I can switch between the microscope camera and the thing easily without having to pull it back and forth. Alright, here we go. Alright, I got it off. Let me clean the pad and then we'll do it again. Sorry, I know this is kind of taking away from the video here doing this, but this is supposed to be quick repairs on this video. I did not open up any of these to figure out how long they were going to take. I was just like, these sound simple by reading it. Like, these don't sound too bad, but this one's liquid damage, so. This one was definitely the wild card out of them. I was not sure what was going on here. Because all it said on the note was glue on the board. But this is definitely liquid damage. Okay. Let's line this up. And get this side. Need some solder though. Thank you. Alright, so what was that comment I was reading? Let me look back over at the screen in just a second. What was the comment that distracted me? Oh yeah, running into more crack. Yeah, people have been messing with their I've noticed that too. More and more people messing with the connector on there. No, normally the cracks on those connectors are where people tried to solder them themselves and yeah, caused a problem. I've been seeing more of that too, but those are all like prior repair attempts. Okay, now we can just drag solder this whole thing. Cool. I got it lined up. So all I did was tack it down there and tack it down there. It's not soldered in yet. We're going to put some flux down, a bunch of flux, and then we're going to drag solder it. You got to clean the flux off of these though. They're really good. If you don't clean the flux off of this thing, it tends to have issues. You'll get like random pixels not working and stuff. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, yes, I am going to try to have an excellent holiday. Let me turn back on the fume extractor. I forgot I turned it off. got quiet. I was like, why is it so quiet in here? Fume extractor's off. Alright. Well, let me zoom y'all in so you can at least kind of see what's going on here. Oh, y'all aren't a mile away from the board looking at it. Let me see. Let me switch over to the other thing real quick so I can see it. Yeah, that's in the middle of the screen. Y'all can see. Cool. All right. There's latency between the video and real life, so I like to, when I make a change like that, just check and see where it is. All this corrosion's making it. This chip's normally super easy to drag solder. It normally does not fight you that much. Alright. Hopefully I'm putting the right one on. Yeah, I am. This one has those two legs. So it was the two legs on the end that were missing off of that other one. I think I got the temperature too low. Yeah, I got the temperature too low. Let me turn it up for that. This micro pencil is not the best in the world for desoldering. Alright. But it's what's in my hand, so it's what we're gonna use. Yeah, let me just blame the tools. It's definitely not me struggling, it's the tools, right guys? Alright, cool. Definitely gonna need to clean that up before we power it up, but let's just finish drag soldering it, then we'll touch up everything. Okay. Yep, clean that up. Like I said, we'll clean it all up in the end. Clean it all up at the end. Focus. Needs more flux, it's not flowing. There we go, now we're flowing. Cool, that's exactly how it should go, just like that. Yeah, those two went just how you want them to. Alright, cool. I'll let y'all look under the microscope while I clean them up. Let me... There's a bunch of bridges, don't worry. There's going to be stuff to watch under the microscope. Let me just get it hooked up. Alright. Light. Power to the camera. Great. Oh, camera. I need the camera to do this. It's not even on there. Alright. Camera. And HDMI. Okay, turn this guy off. I'm gonna have to move it out of the way here. Alright. Yeah, that no signal's just me switching the HDMI cable. Alright. And now we're lined up. Y'all can see? Yep, y'all can see. Cool. I'll use the other soldering iron. Let's put the J hook back on it. Alright. And I am tangled up in all of these cables for that camera. Need to trim this. Always trim your solder wick as you're using it. Don't leave a 3-inch flag just floating around on your solder wick. Makes your life miserable. Trim it. Okay, that is not really in focus. Let's get in focus. There you go, that's in focus for me. Not even close to in focus for you. There. Alright, that should work. Did I? Oh, error. Let's see. There we go. Didn't have the tip in right. Oh, come on. There we go. The T12 station was giving me problems there. It wasn't heating up. It didn't have the tip in right, I guess. Didn't hit her just right with the tip. Ever have that problem? Alright. One little bridge there. Too easy. Let's see here. I know there's a bridge over here somewhere. I could see it with the naked eye, but I'll come back. Let's get over here. This one's really bad. Alright, that's that. We got a bridge here for sure. Alright. I swear that had a bridge there when I was looking at it with my naked eye, but I don't see it anymore. Alright, let me put the soldering iron back in the stand, and we'll zoom in some more, see if we can see anything else. Alright. Okay, let's get some of this flux off of here so that way we can see better. Alright, zoom back out. I'll just zoom it all the way out. Y'all should be able to kind of see something going on while I do that. Because that flux just kind of is reflective. It's hard to see the solder bridges sometimes. Let's see. Where's the toothbrush? There it is. So, anybody have any cool Thanksgiving plans other than eating some turkey or, you know, what's somebody's weird tradition you do for Thanksgiving? Like, I don't know, like who eats spaghetti instead of turkey? Who's got a weird Thanksgiving thing they do here? Or just doesn't have to be weird, but just not traditional. Like, we always make a ham because none of us really like turkey that much. We make a ham and turkey. We'll just do like a little turkey breast, but I'm a ham fan. I normally just eat the ham and not even eat any of the turkey. I do like turkey gravy though. Alright. I think I see a bridge over this way. Yep, I knew there were bridges over here. I knew it. Just couldn't see it under the microscope. Let me see, but I can see them now. Now that I clean that flux out. Alright. Put a little bit of flux back down to get it off. Yeah, we got some bridging right there. A chicken and noodles sounds good though. But yeah, that wouldn't be necessarily turkey and ham. So I guess it is kind of normal to have ham with it. Yeah. I'm smoking a turkey out on... I have a green egg, and I'm smoking that tomorrow. Request from my dad. He asked for it. I do like smoked turkey. That's the... Smoked is pretty much the only way that I like it. So I am excited to smoke the turkey, but I also just like smoking food out on the smoker. It's fun. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it on the channel. I actually went to culinary school while I was in high school. I did like a dual enrollment program, and then I did a little bit of culinary school in Italy. So I love to cook. I just don't do any of it on the channel. I don't know, electronics repair and cooking are a weird combo. So I've not done any cooking videos, but maybe I will one day, because I do thoroughly enjoy cooking. Alright, that looks like that's on there with no bridges anymore. Let me zoom in some more. That flux, yeah, that's just flux back there. Alright, it's probably going to have some issues just because there's still a ton of flux on here. And these things do not like to work with flux on them. I mean, they work, but you get a couple of dead pixels and stuff. Is that a bridge? It looks like that's a bridge right there. We'll touch that up. Okay. This one leg looks a little bit dry. Just a touch more. I don't know if y'all noticed that when I was scrolling across. That one leg does look like it needs just a touch more. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but... what kind of, like, is it like a dinner roll or is it like a biscuit? What kind of roll are we talking about? Is it like a Hawaiian roll? Oh, I need to switch this to the other camera. Let's see here. Alright. There we go. Sorry about that. Let me get this camera lined back up. Had to move it because it was in the way of the microscope. Alright. Put the microscope camera back on it. Alright. You know, I don't think I've shown my new haircut on the channel. Okay, so it's like a dinner roll. Cool. Yeah, I think the smoked turkey is the only thing I'm personally cooking for Thanksgiving tomorrow. My wife's making green bean casserole and some stuffing. What else is she making? She's making a pumpkin roll, or a pumpkin bundt cake, I think is what it was. Alright, yeah, I'm not seeing any more bridges. Should be able to power this up now. See if we let the magic smoke out. God, this thing's so corroded on the plug, too. I didn't notice that. Alright. Let's see what happens. So we still don't have anything going on with the screen. No communication to the screen. Interesting. Because we were missing 2 legs on there, so we knew that chip had to be replaced. Oh, I see. There's a chip here that, or not chip, but a resistor floating off into nowhere there. Let's see if that's part of the problem. Alright. Oh, come on, let go of the board. Is this one of the parts? There are parts glued down on this board. The note was not wrong, and I think this might be glued, because that is not moving. Oh, soldering iron's turned off. That'll cause that. I think this guy's glued on. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on. Come on, cooperate. Don't make me get the tweezers. Get off of there, or I melt you. Alright, tweezers. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Yeah, this guy was on there by just 1 leg, so Something wasn't getting power. Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm done fighting with it. I'm gonna use the hot air station. It's easier. It's easier. Don't blow it away. Oh, I'm on the wrong channel. I was like, why is that blowing so hard? There we go. Okay. Hopefully that corroded little resistor will do whatever. I'm not even sure where that resistor is supposed to be powering on here. And if it's still not working, this portion of the thing is dead because it's super corroded. Yeah, that transistor is like got a leg corroded off of it. It looks like. So we may not have power to the heater line on this one. The heater wires, or whatever you call them. Okay, still no screen. I wonder what we have going on with it. I mean, the coil could be completely rusted out. There's a ton of things it could be. I don't know. What should I do next? Should I check communication, or should, yeah, let me check communication. Let's see if it's got communication, and then we will, yeah, let's see, here we go. Here's the oscilloscope. Let's see if we have communication. It's probably a power issue, but we'll just check communication, because it's super easy to check. I'll just steal the power plug from that. Not long enough. Let me find another one. This one should be long enough. It's the one I normally use. Okay. Alright. Let's try and see if we have communication with it. I told you this board wasn't worth fixing. I've now spent more time on it than I should. This one's just not worth the repair. Alright. Let's see. This one. Yep, we got communication. It is communicating. Well, it's sending it on that side. Let's see, are we dead on this side? Nope, it's communicating. So cool. Not a bad capacitor or something. It may not be making it over here, but I can't remember. It's like one of these. Let's see. So that one. That does not look too happy, because I think it is that one. I might have to bust out both channels and see which one. Turn it off and back on and see. Okay, so yeah, communication. Nope, yeah, communication's making it over here, so cool. It is telling the driver to work. The driver's just not working. Okay. So, let's see if we got power where we're supposed to have power. Totally wasting time doing this. I shouldn't be messing with this thing anymore. I should call this done. Call this one not worth the repair. Alright. Let's see. Hmm. I can't remember the voltages on this. Might have to pull up my notes on it. Alright. 20 volt DC. Let's go 200. We'll check the 38 volt area. Alright. Okay, let's see. Let's first just see what I get around here. I'm gonna have to adjust the camera here. It's kind of in the way of looking at my voltmeter. Here we go. That'll work. Hopefully that didn't move it down too much. Alright. How much power I got left on there? 38%. Let me plug in the charger to the camera. That way the camera doesn't die on us. We'll just use this battery pack for now. Okay. Power. And it's charging. Cool. Okay, now we're running off of my external battery. Alright. Let's see here. What do we get on these legs? Powered up. Alright. Okay, maybe we don't have power over here at all. 'Cause that does have ground. Yep, that has ground. We are on voltage. Hey, we're not getting any power over here. Let's see. Huh. Let's just try that. Okay, so yeah, we got 13 volts over there. We're getting like nothing on the other side of these guys. So we're not even getting power over to this side of the thing at all. Okay, well, I mean, it's definitely hard to power a screen when the screen has 0 power over here at all. I wonder if it's like a bad capacitor pulling it down to ground. Well, no, because then I'd have an unusual current draw, which I don't. It looks pretty normal. Alright. Must be all this stuff that's torn up. We can check around, though. Yeah, because I got no power coming over here. Nothing at all. Like this guy's got... It's just dead 0. Okay. Well. Let me look at something. Pull something up on my computer here. Alright. That will definitely cause it. If it doesn't have power, can't turn on the screen. Alright. I'm looking at just some notes that I have written down from where all the power comes from. Just trying to pull them up. Alright. Where is the power supply sketch? Alright. Nope. Oh, bear with me. Just, I'm here still. I'm just looking at something. Okay, so we get power in from where? Get 2 transistors. It's 12 volt DC. Where's that coming from? Okay. Where is S-band? I don't have any good notes on this. I am not completely sure where to go from here. Normally, when I have problems with these, it's just like a blown up transistor over here. So this one might have to come back for its own video, because it's clearly just not got power over here, and it's probably one of these traces that are just like ripped. I mean, we got some corroded capacitors up top that could be shorted out. We definitely have some. Let's see if we have continuity between these two here, because those do look kind of suspect. Alright, let's just check these vias, and then we'll check and see. Really, if it says, it shouldn't be the capacitors, because oh, come on. How corroded are you that you can't even? Oh, come on. Really? Just trying to see if that's actually blown out on the other side of that. Oh, there's a test point. Come on, you can't. Oh, I'm blind. That's why. I'm on the wrong trace there. Is there a test point anywhere on this trace? Test point, test point. No test point there. Come on, normally I can make a connection through the via. Yeah, this board's super corroded. Alright, because I can't even measure that one. Like it's just corroding away all of the solder over here too. This board is not worth fixing. I should not be bothering with it. This is totally not worth fixing. Alright, so this one looks like it's going to get its own video. I'm going to have to do a lot more diagnosing to it, which is going to require editing because it'll just take way too long. Definitely not worth fixing, but it might be an interesting video just figuring out. So I'm not completely sure where the power comes from for this. I know it gets 12 volts DC, but I've never had it not getting the 12 volts DC over here, so I've never traced the path for it. If anybody knows exactly where it comes from, let me know, like what area it comes from over here, and I can come back. But let's grab another board. We have 4 of them. There's 4 of them, and we've only finished one. So let's go grab another one. Let me set down my headset. And that one's going to get its own video, it looks like. Because I'm guessing that this guy's also not working because of a power issue. Because even though there's mud all over the things, I mean, God, these vias right here are all corroded out. So, yeah, this one's going to get its own video. I'll fix it, I promise. I promise I'll do a video on it. I won't leave y'all hanging on that. That one's just going to take a lot more diagnosing than I can do on a live stream. So let me go grab another. Let's grab another one. Alright, so the note on this one says this one has been gone through, but has a power draw that I have not found. So I guess it's got a power draw. Let's see what we find in here. This one's got some needles on it. So far none of the other ones had needles on it. Alright. Oh, scratches on it. Don't scratch your lens or inlay. There's no reason to scratch the inlay. What do these needles come off of? Does anybody know? I don't think I've ever seen this one with the little Y shape to it. Maybe I'm just forgetting it, but I don't think I've seen that before. So, if y'all know where these needles came from. They look like they're factory one because I got the little weight in it. Most of the aftermarket ones don't have weights in them. Alright. Whew, this one's had some heat and flux given to it. Okay. Unknown power draw. And we don't have any signs of corrosion on this side. Oh, we got a jumper. Alright, that's not how I run jumpers. That's just me. I don't like running these really long jumpers like this. I like to just trim it and put it right to the a lot of scraping and scratching going on there. Darn, I was hoping to just see a bunch of corrosion and clean it up. I was like, oh, let's get another quick and easy one and knock it out real quick and end this video. But we'll see. We'll see if this thing even has a power draw to it. Let's see if anything's out of the ordinary here. Don't even have like a... It's not even powering up. What are you talking about, power draw? This thing's dead as a doornail. Okay, there we go. 30. That is relatively high for. Let's take these two bulbs off. We'll get it where there's no bulbs. Easier to figure out if it's a normal temperature or not temperature, but current draw. Okay, because these are not the original bulbs, and let's take them off. Alright, power it back up. 600 or 530. Is that normal? I don't think so. Alright, trip button's working. Cool. Do all of them have life? That one's not. Nope. That one doesn't have life at the moment. That one moved. They normally won't move at all. Alright. Reflowed some of the capacitors on here, I see. I don't know why you're messing with the capacitors. Unless they have a dead short, they're never the problem. Alright. So what kind of... I don't know what I'm looking at. Oh, so all of these clusters that I have were sent to me by a viewer of the channel. He's like learning how to do these repairs, and these are some ones that stumped him. He didn't know what they are. That note is too vague, though. Like, it's got a power draw. It doesn't have one when it's not on. Let me go. I have another one of these plugs. It's just the battery. Where is it? So that way I can see. Because I soldered all of them on there. I'm trying to see if he means like it has like a battery drawing on it. Because I just don't know. I don't know what he meant by it has a power draw. Is this one of them? I think this is one. There's one that I can trim. Alright, let's see. Okay. Oh, we got... two ground. Yep, these two are ground. I'm just gonna trim one of these up to be just battery and see if that's what he means. Because I'm not understanding the note on this one, I think. Because it definitely doesn't have an unusual power, because it's actually a little bit on the lower side of what I'm used to seeing. Because I'm used to them being in the 600 milliamps with no bulbs on it. So it's honestly slightly lower than I was expecting to see. But these things do have some variation in them. Where are my wire strippers? Probably in the tool bag. Yep, in the tool bag. I've been needing to get another one of these things trimmed up for a while now, so I'm going to just use this as an excuse to get this one going. My plug's got, it's got some bad connections in it. Alright. Oh, y'all can't even see anything. The camera's way low. Alright, but yeah, so these a viewer of the channel mailed me a box of 4 of them, and it was like, hey, I can't figure these out. Can you? So the first one was easy. The first one was the easy one. I should have ended with that one. That one was easy. I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm just saying it was easy. All right, where's my notebook? All right, let's see here. Sorry, just going through here. All right, battery. B11. Is that the only battery? Yep. B11. All right. So let's see if he is saying that it has a battery drain on it. Okay, so powered up like normal. Does it go to sleep? I forgot how long these things are supposed to take. Is it like 10 seconds? 30 seconds? I don't remember. This one has not gone to sleep yet, though. Oh, yeah. It went to sleep, but it's still drawing 0.136. So yeah, it does have a battery drain, it seems. Okay, so that's the problem with this one. We have a battery drain. Definitely does have a battery drain. Dang, that's almost always corrosion. Like, it's always corrosion. You always, like, I don't think I've ever had it not be corrosion. And I'm not seeing corrosion on this one. Okay, so yeah, battery drain not caused by corrosion. Sorry, I'm holding it up to my face looking at it. Just trying to see if I'm missing some corrosion. I wonder if it says, just out of curiosity, is it his jumper he ran? Okay. Like, did he run it to the wrong pad? Alright, switch this with the one that goes, actually has all of them. I never assume anything's right, so it looks like it's right though. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Not the jumper. Just making sure the jumper was going to the right pad, because this is kind of long. It's possible to go to the wrong place. Okay, so that was not the issue. Let's start with... God, it's always corrosion. That's the weird part to me. And I'm not seeing any. Alright. You guys ever run into this before? Where you have one of these where it's got a battery drain that's not corrosion? We do have a ton of flux between the voltage regulator, but that shouldn't be the problem. Let's see. Alright, let's just check these capacitors around it real quick. Alright. Just since they've been reflowed, maybe there was a hint that there was something wrong with them to somebody else. This has been cleaned, which sucks. Like, I can tell it's been cleaned. It always sucks when you're dealing with it, because then you can't see any corrosion. You don't have any hints of there was a problem here. Not a capacitor. Well, not one of those. These guys get wet for some reason, so I tend to see some of these where they're dead. I don't have a FLIR camera. I need to get a FLIR camera. That's what I need to ask for Christmas. I need a FLIR camera, because then I could just leave this thing on and see if it's just all that flux that's in between there. Is there a chunk missing? Oh no, that's just flux somebody got on there. Why is there flux on here? Why were you reflowing that? Oh, that's weird though. Somebody's gonna comment, like they're gonna email me later and be like, "Oh, I know exactly what caused that," and I'm gonna be so frustrated. So it went to sleep. So let's just get it straight. It didn't stay awake. It did go to sleep. It just, once it went to sleep, it was still having a current draw, which is not normal for these. They normally won't draw any current once they go to sleep. So I'll make sure I'm not crazy here in just a second, though. So yeah, that sucks when these are already cleaned off. Our other connector. We're gonna look again to make sure. Turn it on. Let me grab another one of these too. I know I have some more of these. This is the 2005 ones. Not you. You're gonna have problems. I'm looking for another board to just verify my assumption here. Nope, not that one. Yeah, so I don't think it's supposed to draw that much current when it's off. Okay, this one's that first one we fixed in the beginning of the video. This one's good to go. So, see, so yeah, it's same current draw without it. So I'm not thinking. Let's wait for it to go to sleep. Waiting for it to go to sleep. Yeah, when it goes to sleep, it goes completely dead. 0, 0, 0. Cool. That's what I thought. Here, let me rotate the camera so that way y'all can see what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Yeah, that can see the power supply. Alright. Turn it on. Alright. Okay, so it's awake now. And then you give it like 10-20 seconds. It's thinking about going to sleep. And there we go. It went to sleep. So that's that one. Now I'm going to plug back in. Oh, it's upside down for y'all. God, I forgot. Oh well. Yeah, I have it flipped so that way it's not upside down when y'all are looking at my workbench. Alright, so I'll plug in this one now. Okay, so it's awake. This is the one with the battery drain issue. And it's really pulling about the same amount of current on normal idle, so I don't think we have like a shorted capacitor or anything. And then that's it. It's asleep now, so it's not going all the way to sleep. Something's still drawing current on here, but I'm not sure what. Yeah, this one's another one that's gonna take a little more diagnosing because it's not corrosion. This on this board, it's always corrosion that causes this. I never see these things do that and it not be corrosion. You'll have like a vias with the corrosion between them. Yeah, okay, cool. You can wake it back up pressing the odometer button. I thought so. Cool. And then it goes right back to sleep, and it's still not all the way asleep. I wonder if the heater circuit's still running for the thing. Let me just turn off the light. I can see it when I do that. Alright. Because I have seen that stay on before, where it doesn't shut off. So let's try that. We're going to turn off all the lights real quick. And turn it back on. So yeah, if you don't know how to check the voltages on these things, you can check the screen if it's asleep or not. Because yeah, it's off. Because the little heater coils will stay on. So that's the thing. I was just seeing if it was awake or not, without actually checking the voltage. But yeah, you turn off all the lights and you'll see little red lines through it if they're still on. Yeah, kind of a boring way of checking it, but I just wanted to check it that way just to show it as a technique. But yeah, what is still awake on here? I guess the only way to find out is with the voltmeter. Let's see here, change it to voltage, and 20. Alright, chew on ground, and let's see where we have power. Oh, well, now we have power nowhere. Okay. Let's see. Just seeing if we do. Well, yeah, we do actually have a little bit of power going through over here. Okay. Yep. Is it just a leaky? Do we just have a leaky diode over here? Yeah, these guys should be. Yeah, but then we have like half a volt on these guys, and we have 2 volts over here. We should not have any power over here at all. Okay, so that looks like that might be on that side of the board. Let's open up that other one and just verify that I'm not crazy on it. Oh, we're just looking at a bunch of junk boards. That's mostly. I'm bored. I have to stay up now because I work nights, so I have to stay awake. So I figured I'd do a live stream. And yeah, I got a bunch of boards that were sent in from a viewer, and they're all boards that he tried to fix and couldn't. And so now I'm taking a look at them. This one I successfully fixed. This one's good to go. So we're gonna use this is what we're looking for. But yeah, I am lost on these tonight. So yeah, we got it's awake. So we have our 12 volts over here. Let's wait for it to go to sleep. Alright, it is asleep now. And yeah, we have no voltage at all coming across here. Yep, that's right. Cool. So it looks like it is still sending power over to this side of the board on the other one. I wonder why it is, though. What is causing that? Okay. Because this one, no voltage. This one, with battery drain, has voltage there. How are we getting voltage over here, though? Okay. Alright. So with it on, yep, so we got our 12 volts over here, like we're supposed to, and it is awake. Let's wait for it to go back to sleep. Sorry, this is so slow to do this, because we're waiting on it to go to sleep every time. Okay, now it's asleep. And we have 1 volt over here. Yep. So why are we getting 1 volt over here? What the hell's going on? Because it's not corrosion. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm lost. There's no corrosion. Scrub off the corrosion. Reflow the 2 resistors right of the regulator. I guess I can do that. I didn't scrub anything off of here. The last guy did, so I didn't see any corrosion on it. So we're talking right here, right? Voltage regulator over here, and oh, you're talking this voltage regulator. I bet you're talking the capacitor and the resistor. Let's do it. Let's go for it. I did not mess with them, but they're not corroded on this one. Yeah. And there's no corrosion on the back. There's a really long jumper that was already on here. No corrosion on the back, though. There's always corrosion with this. Well, let's do this. Let's do what you... Let's take your suggestion here. Just reflow these guys. Oh no, I took it off the board. The little tiny guy. Alright. Oh, I'm getting mentally exhausted. This is a 2005 board. Yeah, 2005. Alright, let's just see if it goes to sleep. Drink some of my soda while I wait. Hey, yeah, these are all prior repair attempts. They all came in with, you know, just, hey, I tried to do this, doesn't work now. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured you're talking about the resistor and the capacitor there. Because you know, sometimes those guys get a cracked solder joint on it, and then you want power up. Yeah, still drawing. So once it goes to sleep, we're drawing 0.136 amps, so 136 milliamps. I'm stumped. Because it's always, I know I've said this like 100 times now, but like whenever you have a battery drain, it's always corrosion. Unless it's like something dead shorted, and then it'll do that. Oh, is it really that bad? I am sorry that the live stream is that terrible. Oh yeah, I have a terrible connection in here. Well, that's funny because I get from my computer. I'm getting 260 kilobits a second, but then YouTube's saying that I am. Oh yeah. It's funny. YouTube says that's no good, while OBS says it's good. All right, let's zoom you guys in so you can actually see too, because I am. He's like reflowed all of that. I spin reflow him. I got another 2005 board. Let me just look and see if it's. Let me just compare some stuff on here. Let's see if it's missing components too. you end up with missing components on things that people have worked on before. Alright. Probably like a leaky diode somewhere. My back hurts. Zoom this back out. Yeah, I don't have a FLIR camera. I wish I did. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. It's the heater. Those guys are getting nice and warm. So I guess the park reverse neutral's not going to sleep or something. Or we just got a short on here somewhere. Maybe the diode's bad? Is it hot? No. But yeah, okay, that is toasty. Toasty, toasty, toasty. Okay, so we have a nice and hot set of little resistors there for the thing. See, if I had a FLIR camera, we'd be done by now. God! Alright. So let's see. Okay, and we can see... I think I see it. I think I see it. So no, these guys are getting hot, and it looks to me like we've corroded down there, and it might be shorting across the legs of that guy. Huh. Who'da thunk? Oh, it looks like he reflowed it too. Ooh, yeah, that's hot. Okay. I think our park reverse neutral screen is the problem. I think we have a short across. Was it lighting up when it's like normally on? Because that thing's like hot. It's hot, hot. Like, all right. Is it hot down there too? Yeah, it's warm. Let's see. All right. Screen's working. So question was, when it goes to sleep, is it still 2.5 volts? Let's see. I'm assuming your question. Little transistor under 5. Might be shorted on. Okay, is that a transistor? I always thought that thing was a diode. I always just assumed it was a diode. Let's see. I got a board with a known good one over here. Where's the junk board? Where did the junk board go? God, I keep moving stuff around. I'm gonna mix up his boards with my boards. That's not a good thing. Alright. Okay, so this is his board. Go move that. Alright. Where's one of my junk boards? Here we go. Let's swap that out first. We'll go with that suggestion. Alright. Tweezers, where are you? There we go. Where you belong, of course. Okay. Yeah, I need to turn down the fan speed. Let's see here. Set. Alright, let it. Okay, set. And then down. We'll go with like 55%. Give it some more flux. Still too much. Still too much fan. Alright. Set. Set. 45%. We'll go with that. Making sure I set it. Okay. Alright, it blew away. Where is it? There it is. Still getting used to the new hot air station. And yeah, it's upright. There we go. Perfect. Give that a second to cool off. Thank you for coming in and like waking me back up. It's been 2 hours now. Yeah, 2 hours of streaming here. But let's see. Giving me some fresh ideas because I was stumped. I was like, okay, I don't know where to go next. All right. If it's not that, it's gonna be these. Are those legs separate or are those all? Well, okay, those legs can all be shorted together because I can see the solder float up and is shorted there, but those are all the same leg anyway, so that's not the problem. All right. Still kind of warm. Give it a second to cool off. Clean up some of this flux while we wait. This is going to be, if this is the problem, this is going to be the first time I have had an instrument cluster that had a battery drain that was not just corrosion on the back of the board causing it. Alright. Not super hot anymore. Let's see. Waiting for it to go to sleep. Alright, yeah, y'all are probably getting bored. I'm not even talking anymore. Yes, that was it. There you go. Jeff saved us. Holy crap. Thank you. Alright, let me turn it off. That way y'all can see. Alright, let me rotate this. Alright, and... Alright, I know it's upside down. I'm not going to fix it, but there you go. So it's on. And still on. Let me rotate this too so y'all can see it better. There you go. And now it's off. So it worked. Cool. That was way easier than I was expecting. Cool. So there we go. That one's done. Alright, well, since yeah. Alright. Well, since we got you, we have one more board that because there's 4 of them. There's 4 of them total, and I fixed 2. We'll go back. We'll revisit the one that I was saying is going to get its own video. We'll revisit that one for just a minute. Because the other one, I'm not going to do that on a live stream, I don't think. Let me see. How much am I still running off my... Okay, my battery pack's still charging it. Let's do the other one. Let's not revisit it. Let's do the other one. It's going to take us a little while because it's one we're going to program the microcontroller on. But I'll do that on a live stream because I haven't live streamed doing a microcontroller yet. So let's go put this back in the box. Alright, so this one he sold on eBay. The guy took it to the dealership to get flashed, and it's dead. So we know what happened. We know exactly what happened here. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I I know exactly what you're talking about. Pass right out after taking a Benadryl. I've been having to do that with working nights lately. I'll around 6 a.m. or not 6 a.m. around 7 a.m. I'll take a Benadryl so that way I can sleep during the day. So yeah, using these awful dome-topped LEDs, shouldn't use those. They give you hot spots. So you should get away from using these domed LEDs. All right, so this one is a 2003, 2004, so I'm guessing they flashed it with a 2005 or 2008. Let's switch back to our normal plug here and see what if, because we always want to verify our problem, make sure that the customer's complaint is real. Um, never assume that they are correct. All right. No matter who sends it to you. If Jeff sends you a board and says it's got a dead microcontroller, verify that. All right. Yeah, this thing is not communicating. That's brain dead. No stepper motor activity. Yes. These LEDs, don't use these. If I don't know if he's watching the live stream right now. I'm not judging him at all. I'm not saying, hey, you're a piece of shit, you shouldn't use these fucking LEDs. I'm just saying you should definitely get away from using the dome top LEDs. They definitely cause hot spots. All right, so this one needs to be programmed. So to program it, if you haven't seen my videos on it, we're gonna use this guy right here. Let me get it off of this board. Oh, don't melt the cables that you need. Alright. Okay. Let's see if we can remember where this stuff is. Alright. So, I'm just gonna take one of these LEDs off to give me my ground spots. Okay. So, trying to remember off the top of my head. It's been a little while now. Crap. I can't remember off the top of my head. Let me see. Do I have another one already set up? I'm looking for. Is that that's one. I'll at least be able to see the legs on it. All right. Oh fuck. Damn. All right. So let's see. I'll be able to see my solder blobs from doing this one. Yes, those two. That's what I thought. Okay. What am I doing? I'm looking for my jumper wire. Where did I put it? I lost it. How did I lose that? Oh, there we go. There's one. Put some flux down. We're gonna program this one. I am not organized. 2 hours into a stream, start to lose the endurance for it. I don't have the endurance for this long videos. All right, Flux, where'd you go? I know you're sitting on the board. Well, here we go. Here's some. All right, this guy, and that one, and that's ground. All right. So if you're not familiar with this, if you haven't seen my videos on programming it, what I'm doing here is I am jumping. So these capacitors go to the pin RD and pin POL4 is their names. You pull those two to ground. It's really supposed to be pull one of the two to ground, and it goes into Bootstrap Loader, but I've found that sometimes it won't go into Bootstrap Loader if you don't pull them both down, so I just go ahead and pull both of them down. Then when you power it up, it'll go into Bootstrap Loader, and you can connect to it through UART and program it. So, all right. Putting 2 on the same pad. We're actually going to put 3 here, so it's going to get real interesting. If I can connect them. We're not going for perfect here, we're going for holds long enough to program it. Which one was the other one? Let me see, where'd I put the... If y'all are wondering what I'm doing with this STM32 or Arduino on here, I'm trying to talk to the screen here. Alright, so yeah, it's these two. And then these two are the UART. Alright. Oh, y'all can see the top of my bald head. Alright. Yeah, I don't have my fume extractor on right now. I should turn it on. Y'all are right. Let me turn that on. Setting a bad example there, not running it. Alright. There we go. Oh. Connect. Alright, I need some extra solder. Yes, I am balding. It's bad. It runs in the family. My brother's head looks just like mine, except he has like blonde hair. Alright. Okay, now we have just these two to do. There we go. The flux was where it belongs. It was sitting in its holder. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't have the endurance for a 2-hour stream. That one. And let's go in between these wires here. And that one. There we go. Did I get it right? Look at the other board. Yes, I did. Yep, I remembered it right. Okay. See if I get the order of them right, too. Alright, TX, RX. Alright, now let's get a third one in the same hole. This isn't going to work. I'm not going to be able to get all 3 of these in the same spot. I just don't have enough hands. I'm struggling to get 2 in there. God. Ah. I'll have to find another ground. Alright. I'm so tired, I can't do this. Alright. That's a ground right there. Okay. Let's see, what's the question? Is this, I don't know, this one is dead. It's not programmed. It is programmed blank, so no clue if this is supposed to have it or not, but I am going to flash it with steering wheel controls, is what it's gonna get. So that's what's gonna happen there. See, yep, we're still, battery pack is still good. Okay, so we're hooked up. Let's power it up, see if we damaged it. Alright, we are done with the soldering iron, so I can turn back off the fume extractor. But yeah, this one, no clue what it's supposed to have. He didn't write it down. He just wants it to work, so I'm going to put steering wheel controls on it for him. Alright, so let's switch. Let me first close all my windows I have open. That way y'all aren't seeing all the porn I got open on my computer. Just kidding. I don't have any open. Alright, switch view. I want screen and HDMI. There we go. So now you can see what it looks like when I'm doing a stream. We need to open up the Mini Pro software. Or Minimon software, not Mini Pro. Oh, I don't have the COM port hooked up, so it's not happy with me. It'll say it's in use when it's just not even plugged in. Alright. Let's plug this guy in. Okay. Restart the software now because of that. Okay, now let's go and change our configuration because we got the wrong stuff going here. I want the... I'm going to screw this up because I'm tired. Alright. Okay, so we need syscon. Alright, there we go. Then we need this to be moved. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to interface. Yep, everything's right there. Alright, change the kernel settings. We want the full kernel activate. Whoops, wrong one. Okay. Let's power this thing up. Alright, and let's connect to it. Must have got it backwards. Let's see. Alright, now let's see what happens. Connect. No, what's going on? Alright. So that does that because it communicates over the same line. Just if you're curious of what's going on with the screen. Yeah, why is this not working? Did I get one of the wrong ones? Oh, those are right. I might be on the wrong side of one of the capacitors. Let's just try again. Try turning it off and back on. That always fixes it, right? Alright. Maybe it does damage the microcontroller. Because like I said, I haven't done this to one that has been programmed with a Tech 2. The other thing that probably actually is the problem is I probably have to... Sometimes, okay, so I get this really weird problem with the Minimon software where it just like refuses to actually communicate with the uh, thing. Let me watch it and see if it is communicating real quick. No, it's sending the message. Okay, cool. So it's trying to communicate. What is going on? Ground is hooked up on here. Yep. Did I go with any of the wrong settings? Let's see. Let's give it just... Okay, nice and slow. Alright, configuration. C161, yeah. Yep, that's right. I don't need that. Alright. Because it's not even connecting. C161 full, yep. Okay, those are all the right settings. Alright, maybe it does... Maybe the microcontrollers actually get damaged from doing that and they won't even do anything. That would be really interesting, because it won't connect. Because that thing is not connected. Cool. Let's try something different then. Before we give up on it completely. Let's try a different ground. Make sure that I got a good ground to communicate with it with. Alright. That's another ground. Let's power it up and check and see. Wrong one. This software. Still nothing. Okay. So I guess it does actually damage these microcontrollers, because this thing is just not responding at all. That's pretty interesting. I didn't think it would physically damage it to program it with a Tech 2. I just figured it'd quit responding. Because these guys have a good connection. They're definitely on the right pins, and I'm pretty sure that these are on the right side of those. And I guess I can always try switching it around. Let's see. Let's just try switching it around. Put them on the other side. Alright, let's try that. Let's see. Okay. And just try switching these real quick. Make sure they're not backwards on here. And connect. Okay, yep, microcontroller's damaged. It actually has to be replaced. Interesting. I was not expecting that to be the issue with these. Alright, well, that's that. That has to be replaced, because, I mean, it's definitely... that almost seems like it's not getting power also. Okay, wow. Because that should be the order for it. Alright. I'm gonna have to do some diagnosis on this, because that's weird. It shouldn't give me weird things from just touching it. Oh, interesting. Alright, let's turn it off. Let's take it out of Bootstrap. Let's just see what happens without it in Bootstrap Loader. Alright. Well, that one wasn't connected. Okay. Take it out of Bootstrap, though. So that's out of Bootstrap Loader. Taking these two wires off takes it out of Bootstrap Loader. Let's hook it back up and see what happens. Is this thing just a cracked solder joint? That's why it's dead, and he sent it. Okay. I was just verifying that it wasn't just cracked solder joint. When it's in Bootstrap Loader, if it starts to come on, it just goes into the Bootstrap, so it won't do anything. So that's what I was just doing there, was just like, since it was doing stuff when I flexed the board, just making sure it wasn't that. Alright, let's just try, see. I may not have had a good connection on here, since that fell right off of there. I bet y'all are yelling at me the answer in the comment section. Let me switch over and just take a look real quick. It's just so that way I can look and see what y'all are saying. So yeah, Tech 2 kills. So what happens is you take a 2003 or 2004 circuit board and you program it with the VIN number for 2005 or 2007. They have a different microcontroller, and that makes it where it just does not work. So yeah. You ever get a chip program? Oh, so yeah, so these guys, I got these 2000 these fake chips from China. They don't work. They're fake. They're not real. They don't do anything. Um, I've had a ton of success with the O3 and O4s, and I've had success with the O5s. Just on those, it's what's the word I'm looking for? On the 2005s. Oh yeah, the 2005s don't have the problems like the 2003 and 2004. They don't have the issue where you got to heat them up to flash them. Sometimes they just don't do that at all. So yeah, those ones from China were just fake, and that's that. The seller was cool about it though. They refunded me. So no, it does not verify it. It just it trusts the user. So yeah, that's what happened to this one. The This one was it was programmed and now it's dead. So I assumed I would be able to just program it, but I might actually have to replace the microcontroller. And if that's the case, I'll do a separate video on replacing the microcontroller. Because I do them all the time. Super easy. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, I know what I'm doing wrong. I know exactly what I'm doing wrong. I'm an idiot. I'm not putting it into Bootstrap Loader. Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm being an idiot. Wow. Why didn't you guys tell me? Why didn't you guys go, dude, you're being an idiot. I've seen your video. Oh, God. Okay. Alright. These guys are my source of ground. Alright. Uh, I am just total. I'm an idiot. Alright. These guys are ground. Right here. And right here. These are. I normally tap into them for a ground. And these guys are the ones. These are the 5 volts to those chips that I want to pull down the ground. God, I'm an idiot. I'm all right. It's like there's no way the Tech 2 physically damaged the chip. That can't be the case. All right, and this side. Oh, don't do that. Don't be an idiot. Don't put it in your way. Put it over there. Then you can reach around to do the other one. Give her the old reach around. Alright, here we go. Those two resistors, those are the 5 volt pull-ups. Um, those are the 5 volt pull-ups that pull those two pins that I was talking about earlier up to 5 volts. God, why? All right. Let's see. Now let's see if it'll let me connect to it. All right. There we go. Cool. Let me switch the camera over so y'all can see it though. All right. Here we go. And now we are connected. See? I was just being an idiot. Okay, cool. Well, now we've confirmed that. Uh, yeah, so it's not. Yeah, so what happens is you program it with the wrong VIN. Okay, so we've we can read it. Let's go to clear section. Yeah, if you use like a 2005 to 2007 VIN on a '03 to '04, it will kill it. So yeah, the chip is not physically dead. It's just programmed dead. Like it's got a flash on it that it cannot deal with. So let's just see what we get in that program area. All right. So let's. All right. So we're just reading it out from the chip to see what's going on. Okay, so yeah, now it's all blank in there. So cool. Let's load a Intel hex file. So no, it won't respond. Once you do that to this, it'll no longer respond to anything over there. So it can't program it because it's a blank microcontroller, so it won't respond to anything over the CAN bus or well, with this it's the variable pulse width or GM class 2, sorry. So yeah, it can't be programmed anymore through that port once you do that to this. You have to go into Bootstrap Loader to program it because it's just it won't talk anymore. So okay, let's see. Let's just give this one steering wheel controls, which would actually be a bin that I have. Load binary. Okay, 2000. Come on, I know I have it somewhere. Steering wheel controls. There it is. All right. So let me just look. It is 00027FFF. Somebody told me I could do this add selection. Said that I can do sections like this. Okay. Program. See if this one's one that'll let me program it nice and easily or if I'm going to have to give it some heat. This isn't actually an Arduino. This is it's an FTDI 232RL. All what it is just USB to serial. And so then I've put this into Bootstrap Loader, and then I can connect to it with Minimon, which is the programmer for these old Infineon chips. It's just software for it. Now y'all get to see the back end of what a YouTube stream looks like too, because I didn't minimize the screen. Oh no, yeah, it's still working. This battery pack lasts a while. I'm using it to power my camera right now. I've been on it for the last hour and a half now with that. Cool, so it will do each sector. I didn't think I could do that. Somebody else emailed me and was like, oh, because I'd been doing it one section at a time. But they emailed me and were like, dude, you can you can do all of them at once. Okay, so now let me, but you have to break it up if it's one of these where it's got two different sections. So 18 to 2F. Oh, wrong button. Okay. Now I lost that, didn't I? There it is. Cancel. Okay. Clear all selection, add selection. 18 to 2. Alright. Okay, program that. Cool. No, wrong one. I wanted to pull back up the thing so I can see the chat. Alright, there you go. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Once you mail that in, I'll definitely check it out, and if I have time, I'll do a live stream on it. If not, I'll just get it done and we'll talk. But this is my first time doing a live stream of programming one of these. All right. See, it's like just looking to see how what's kind of the consecutive viewers and stuff going on there. Still programming. Yeah, yeah, that happens. You just, that's what the not the one that I just did with that I would have it would have taken me forever to find what Jeff suggests. I need a FLIR camera. I really need to get a FLIR camera for Christmas or something. God, they're so expensive though. Yeah, for finding the shorts, and that was a good call on his part. Like, is anything getting hot? And I was like, that current draw was so low. I wasn't expecting anything to be getting hot. Like 100 milliamps, like nothing's gonna be getting hot. I'm glad he came in here though. That saved us. Oh no, Sector 4 didn't program. Uh, I don't know if I've ever mentioned my name before, but my name's Matt. Other people mention my name all the time because they email me. But yeah, yeah, my name's Matt. So, all right. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, clear selection. What's section 4? Full screens it. Alright, section. Because it failed in section 4. Right, section 4 is 02 to 7 FFF. Alright. Oh, cancel. I always use that for when I forget my things. Alright, so 2027. Alright. Let's try programming that again. If that doesn't work, I'll heat it up. Oh yeah, yeah. The lights went out. I'm sure that's just my crappy connector over there. Yeah, I've been doing it one at a time too. Mike, the guy that's been emailing me back and forth about doing this stuff, he was like, "Dude, you realize that you can just do them all at once?" And I was like, no, I thought you had to do them one at a time." So yeah, but yeah, it can all be done at once. You do have to split it up though, like I said earlier. You have to split it up. So if you have that middle section that you're not programming, you just split that out of it. It's like watching paint dry when you program these things. Because you have like anxiety because it sometimes fails to write it. So you're like, is it going to write it? Is it going to write it? Yeah, wrote it. Okay, let's do the last section. Clear out selection, add selection. Alright, what's that? 2.8 to 2FFF, right? Yeah. So part of the reason why I did this live stream is I'm like, would it be better to zero? It erases it every time, so it doesn't matter. Um, and you only have to program the whole thing if you're dealing with a blank one. Because like if you're just going from steering wheel controls to not steering wheel controls, that's just section 3. You just erase and program section 3. It's like 3 bytes, and they're different. 2 of the 3 bytes are the version of it. No, because you wouldn't erase those. You can't erase those. Those are like the RAM and stuff. You're writing the entire program flash area on these when you write it. But yeah, every time you write, it erases that section. So, and if you write in a section where you're just writing like half of the section, it still erases the whole section. So you just write that whole section. Oh, I didn't write the whole thing. So that's what I said. You always get that anxiety. Like, did it program it? It did not program the whole thing. Let's try again. All right. We'll just go again. So sometimes when they do that, you just give them some heat, and they don't give you problems anymore. You just keep them warm. So the ECUs don't actually store the mileage on it anywhere, as far as I'm tracking on the GM stuff. Does it? Do the GM PCMs store the mileage on there somewhere? Because I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, I just to correct the mileage, I just pull the EEPROM off and program it. I don't own any of those tools that you can do it through the Class 2 signal. I've been thinking about getting one, but I currently just pull the EEPROM off and flash them. Yeah, I figured the newer models store it, but I mean, I don't think these older GM things store it anywhere other than the um, instrument cluster. Like, don't tell all those guys that are trying to commit fraud that. Don't tell them there's no way to prove that they did it other than a vehicle history report. Yeah, I haven't seen anywhere on a P59 either. Because I've looked at them a little bit. I really haven't tried to go through the bin itself, but I've looked with my Tech 2 before because I do have a Tech 2. I don't have a subscription. Oh, cool! It's programmed. Sorry, I'm just like zoned out over here. Cool. So it looks like we're done programming it. So we'll shut it off. We'll just power it down. Unplug this guy and take these two off, and we'll see if it works. Should just work. Alright. And let's power it up. There we go. And it's fixed. That was it. So, yep. It was just killed by a Tech 2, but not like physically damaged. So I can take all of this off. And there we go. Well, I think this is my last repair for you guys tonight. So, um, I really hope that I'm not gonna name him. I'm not naming the guy that sent this because I could definitely see where people could be rude towards him. Like these dome lights. I get it. I could see where you could be like, oh my God, you shouldn't be doing this stuff. But he's trying to learn, and I respect that. I really respect when somebody knows that they need to learn some more, and they're taking the time to try to do it, and not just um, just mooch off the community. Like there's plenty of guys you'll see in the comment sections of videos where they're just mooching off the community, where they just they're like, oh, I'm making money at this and that. So I totally respect this guy for sending these to to recognize, hey, there's something I don't know, I want to learn, and sending it to somebody that knows how to do it and wants to teach. So um, I respect him for sending these two. There's nothing I looked at on these boards and was like, oh my god, this guy's like a terrible technician and shouldn't be doing that. These solder joints are perfectly acceptable looking solder joints. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Um, these dome lights you may just not know. Like that's really the only thing. And like maybe you just don't know that the dome lights give you hot spots and you need to use something else. Um, you really have two options on decent LEDs. Either the cubes, which are expensive, or the ones that I use, which I'm sure some of y'all will hate on. Some of you guys will be like, "Oh, those things suck," because they're super bright. But yeah, or these guys. These guys work good. Don't buy Part Sam's brand though. They suck. Don't buy Part Sam. They're absolute trash. Um, but what was I getting at? Yeah, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm tired. I need to take a nap or something because I gotta stay up because I work nights now, so I can't go to sleep. Um, but yeah, I think yeah, like I said, I think it was good of him to think. Hopefully, he's in here watching right now. Elsewise, he gets to catch the live stream afterwards. Gets to catch the recording of it. But yeah, thank you. And I love it when you guys send me stuff. By the way, like if any of you guys ever have anything you want to send, just email me for my address, and I'm more than happy to do it because I really like the ones that stump me, like the one that he sent me that's got liquid damage. I'm not sure what's going on with it, but I am excited to get into that one some more and figure out exactly what's doing. It's totally not worth fixing. Like a board with that much liquid damage is not worth fixing. It just is like I, I'm gonna fix it and I'll send it back to you. But please, dear God, don't sell that to somebody because there's so much going wrong with that board. Um, because you can get cores of these from junkyards for $20-$30. That some things aren't worth fixing, and we all have to accept that. I you know I oh, and this one's a total train wreck too. If you weren't here for the very beginning, the first couple of minutes of it, here it is. Here it is. Oh my god, I gotta show you the train wreck. I stole the VFD driver off this earlier, but okay. So this one has X27s in it, has the black stepper motors on it, but look at this. Look at the back of it. It's such a train wreck. The jumper broke off, and this was a perfect. This was not the. This guy didn't send this to me. Okay. The guy that we're dealing with these did not send this to me. This was somebody else, but they took it to a professional to do this, and this is how he got it back from the professional. Luckily, the professional did not charge him money for it. He got it back from him. And here's the best part. Here's my favorite part about this board. Okay, we have a transceiver here and here. There's two of those class 2 transceivers on here. There's no EEPROM. The EEPROM's missing. For some reason, it has two transceivers on it. And so that's why he didn't. He said the only reason why I'm not. The guy told me afterwards. He said the guy that I sent this to didn't charge me money because it had odometer 0 when I got it back from him. So yeah, yes. Step away from the soldering iron. Like, don't. Yeah, that's. Oh my god. And why black stepper motors and X27s? Why is it mixed match? Like, what the heck? And you missed all of these. You didn't reflow any of them. Hey, this thing's so bad. This thing is one of the worst. And yeah, this is like black RTV on here. It's not black epoxy. It's RTV. So yeah, and this guy has a business page too. The guy that did this, he has a business page. It's let me look him up before I end the stream. Let me look him up. So I'm gonna go on Facebook. Let me switch this real quick so you're not seeing all of my Facebook stuff. And pull it up. All right, let me pull him up. What was his Mr. Gadget or some bullshit like that? Let's see. Mr. Gadget. God, I wish this would show up in my history from searching him. It's like Mr. Gadget Cluster Repair or something like that. He's in Tennessee, I think. Trying to find this. No, it's not Texas. Where was this guy's page? He had a page. I looked him up. Why is this not showing up in my history? Because this guy I'll put on blast. Because, I mean, that even though you didn't charge him money, like, I didn't do a dedicated video to him because he didn't charge him money. He at least didn't charge him money. So he didn't get, like, a dedicated video of oh my god, you're a terrible person. Because at least he didn't charge him money. It's Dr. Gadget. What was it? Let's see. Mr. Oh, it was Alabama. That's right. It's Alabama. Okay, you can't. Gadget. It's Gadget Man. There we go. It's not Mr. Gadget. It's Gadget Man. There we go. I found it. It was in my history. Okay, let me switch the camera back over. Let's go with the other one. Where is it? There it is. Cool. All right. So yeah, this guy. He has his phone number on here, but he hasn't made a post since 2014. But he did this relatively recently. It was like last year. The guy told me. So yeah, this is the guy that did this, like murdered that circuit board. So yeah, God, I have so many messages and stuff I don't respond to. Okay, well, I guess I should end the video here. Let's see. There we go. Yeah. So that's definitely that's who murdered that board. Oh no. Is it still streaming even though I'm not in the stream thing? I can't end the stream. I'm not in the thing anymore. Alright, well, I don't know if it's still streaming because I closed the window, but, bye.